of the course, they give me a certificate with a rating of excellent. The captain handing out the certificate says he's proud of us, and they're proud of us all the way up to the Supreme Commander in Europe, Dwight D. Eisenhower himself. The captain is proud to say that only 9 men washed out in the course, and the 21 of us who passed are a credit to the folks back home. He handed us our certificate and the chocolate chip cookies baked by his wife and the 2 small daughters, and we have permission to eat our cookies right here, and now this being a special occasion. Behind me, men are cursing and mumbling. These cookies taste like cat shit, and the captain smiles and gets ready to make another speech till a major whispers to him, and what I hear later is that the major told him, "Shut up, you've been drinking," and that's true because the captain has the kind of face that never turned away from a whiskey bottle. If Szymanski hadn't been granted a furlough, I'd still be up in the kennels with Ivan or down in a beer's tube in Langley's with the other dog handlers. Now I have to spend a week watching him by his desk in the orderly room, typing reports and letters, and then telling me I should be thanking him for getting me away from dogs and into a good job that might be useful in civilian life. He says I should be happy, I learned to type, I might write another Gone with the Wind someday, ha ha ha. The night before his furlough, there's a party in a Langley's beer hall. It's Friday night and I have weekend pass. Szymanski has to return to the caserne because his furlough doesn't start till tomorrow, and when he leaves, his girlfriend Ruth asks me where I'm staying on my weekend pass. She tells me come to her place for a beer. Szymanski won't be there, but the minute we're in the door, we're in the bed going wild with ourselves. "Oh, Mac," she says, "oh, Mac, you're so young." She's old herself, 31, but you'd never know it the way she carries on, depriving me of any sleep, and if this is the way she is with Szymanski all the time, it's no wonder he needs a long furlough in the USA. Then it's dawn, and there's a knock on the door downstairs, and when she peeks out the window, she lets out a little squeal. "Oh mein Gott, it's Szymanski, go, go, go." I jump up and dress as fast as I can, but there's a problem when I put on my boots and then try to pull my pants over them, and the legs are stuck and entangled, and Ruth is hissing and squealing, "Out the window, oh please, oh please." I can't leave by the front door with Szymanski standing there banging away. He'd surely kill me. So it's out the window into 3 feet of snow, which saves my life, and I know Ruth is up there shutting the window and pulling the curtain so that Szymanski won't see me trying to get my boots off so that I can slip on my pants, then boots again. So cold, my dawn is the size of a button, with snow everywhere, halfway up my belly, in my pants, filling my boots. Now I have to sneak away from Ruth's house and into Langley's looking for hot coffee in a cafe where I can dry out, but nothing is open yet, and I wander back up to the caserne wondering, did God put Szymanski on this earth to destroy me entirely? Now that I'm company clerk, I sit at Szymanski's desk, and the worst part of the day is typing up the attendance report every morning. Master Sergeant Burdick sits at the other desk drinking coffee and telling me how important this report is, that they're waiting for it over at HQ so that they can add it to the other company reports that go to Stuttgart, to Frankfurt, to Eisenhower, to Washington, so that President Truman himself will know the strength of the United States Army in Europe in case of sudden attack by those goddamn Russians who wouldn't hesitate if we were short a man, one man, McCourt. They're waiting, McCourt, so get that report done. The thought of the world waiting for my report makes me so nervous I hit wrong keys and have to start all over. Every time I say shit and pull the report from the typewriter. Sergeant Burdick's eyebrows shoot to his hairline. He drinks his coffee, looks at his watch, loses control of his eyebrows, and I feel so desperate I'm afraid I'll break down and weep. Burdick takes phone calls from HQ to say the colonel is waiting, the general, the chief of staff, the president. A messenger is sent to pick up the report. He waits by my desk, and that makes it even worse, and I wish I could be back in the Biltmore Hotel scouring toilets. When the report is finished without error, he takes it away, and the Sergeant Burdick wipes his forehead with a green handkerchief. He tells me forget the other work, that I'm to stay at this desk all day and practice till I get these goddamn reports down right. They're gonna be talking up at HQ and wondering what kind of asshole he is for taking on a clerk that can't even type a report. All the other clerks knock off that report in 10 minutes, and he doesn't want Company C to be the laughingstock of the castle. So, McCourt, you go nowhere till you type perfect reports. Start typing. All day and night he drills me, handing me different numbers, telling me, you'll thank me for this. And I do. In a few days I can type the reports so fast they send a lieutenant from HQ to see if these are made up numbers done the night before. Sergeant Burdick says, no, I'm right on his case, and the lieutenant looks at me and tells him, we got corporal material here, Sergeant. The sergeant says, yes, sir, and when he smiles, his eyebrows are lively. When Szymanski returns, I expect to be reassigned to Ivan, but the captain tells me I'm staying on as clerk in charge of supplies. I'll be responsible for sheets, blankets, pillows, and condoms, which I'll distribute to dog handler trainees from all over the European command, making sure everything is returned when they're leaving, everything but the condoms. How can I tell the captain I don't want to be a clerk down in the basement where I have to requisition everything in language that is backward, case pillows, white or balls, pong ping, counting things and making lists, when all I want to do is get back to Ivan and the dog handlers and drink beer and look for girls in Langrye's Bad Tools, Munich. Sir, is there any chance I could be reassigned to the dogs? No, McCourt, you're a damn fine clerk. Dismissed. But sir, dismissed, soldier. There are so many dark clouds fluttering in my head, I can barely make my way out of his office, and when Szymanski laughs and says, he gave you the shaft, eh? Won't you let back to your bow wow? I tell him fuck off, and I'm hauled back into the captain's office for a reprimand, and told this ever happens again, I'll face a court-martial that will make my army record look like Al Capone's arrest record. The captain barks that I'm private first class now, and if I behave myself and keep accurate accounts and control the condoms, I could rise to corporal within 6 months and now get out of here soldier. In a week, I'm in trouble again, and it's because of my mother. When I came to Langrye's, I went to the HQ offices to fill out an application for an allotment for my mother. The army would retain half her pay, match it, and send her a check every month. Now I'm having a beer in Bad Tolls and Davis. The allotment clerk is in the same room, drunk on schnapps, and when he calls to me, hey, McCourt, too bad your mother is up shit creek. The dark clouds in my head are so blinding. I throw my beer stein and lunge at him with every wish to strangle him till I'm pulled away by 2 sergeants and held for the MPs. I'm locked up for the night in Bad Tolls and taken before a captain in the morning. He wants to know why I'm assaulting corporals who are drinking a beer and minding their own business, and when I tell him about the insult to my mother, he asks, who's the allotment clerk? Corporal Davis, sir. And you, McCourt, where are you from? New York, sir. No, I mean, where are you really from? Ireland, sir. God damn it, I know that. You've got the map on your face. What part? Limerick, sir. Oh yeah? My parents are from Kerry and Sligo. It's a pretty country, but it's poor, right? Yes, sir. Okay, send in Davis. Davis comes in and the captain turns to the man beside him who is taking notes. Jackson, this is off the record. Now, Davis, you said something about this man's mother in public. You said something of a confidential nature about the lady's financial problems? Well, sir, Davis, you're a prick, and I could send you for a company court-martial, but I'll just say you had a few beers and your jaw flapped. Thank you, sir. And if I ever hear of you making comments like that again, I'll ram a cactus up your ass. Dismissed. When Davis leaves, the captain says, the Irish McCourt, we got to stick together, right? Yes, sir. In the hallway, Davis puts out his hand. Sorry about that, McCourt. I should know better. My mother gets the allotment too, and she's Irish. I mean, her parents were Irish, so that makes me half Irish. So this is the first time in my life anyone ever apologized to me, and all I can do is mumble and turn red and shake Davis' hand because I don't know what to say. And I don't know what to say to people who smile and tell me their mothers and fathers and grandparents are Irish. One day they're insulting your mother, the next day they're bragging their own mothers are Irish. Why is it the minute I open my mouth, the whole world is telling me they're Irish and we should all have a drink? It's not enough to be American. You always have to be something else. Irish American, German American, and you'd wonder why they'd get along if someone hadn't invented the hyphen.